What's good, YouTube? I'm back again with a banger video for you guys today. In today's videos, we're going to be breaking down the Call of Duty Vanguard's settings, controller interface, and graphic settings. For everybody wondering what the best settings are to use, I'm going to break those down for you. I also have a secret setting to help fix if you've been noticing slide canceling in this game's a little weird. I have a setting for you guys that is going to fix that and make it feel a lot more similar to Modern Warfare slide canceling and improve your timings on your slide cancels. I'm going to get to that in just a second, but first we're going to start off with the controller settings. Okay, hopping into the controller settings. Obviously, we play on 6.6. That's just my personal preferred sensitivity. I like 6.6. I started it on 7.7. It wasn't that bad either, but 6.6 is one that's been most comfortable to me. Moving down to the ADS multiplier, I play on 0.8, but if you want to control the sensitivities per zoom, you can also do that and enable that. And you can do for low zooms, 2x zooms, and you can change the multiplier for all of those. I play on default flips, so I have a Battle Beaver. I also play half claw, so I reload and switch weapons with my pointer finger, and then I slide and jump with my two back buttons. So that is why I play default, and flipped is so I can use my front two bumpers for aim and shoot, and then I throw nades and stuns with my back two triggers. Moving on, gonna be rocking down to the aim response curve type. I play on dynamic. Almost every person you'll ever meet that is gonna be playing this game is playing on dynamic aim response curve type. It is the most consistent with aim. I just think it's the best one. And I'm moving on to ADS sensitivity transition timing. I keep it on instant. You always want stuff to be as quick and as snappy as possible in Call of Duty, just so you can react the quickest. Left and right trigger dead zones. I keep them on 3. I don't think it really matters too much. You could probably put them on 5 and it wouldn't make much of a difference. Now, the ones that are important here are the left stick and right stick minimum input dead zones. You put those on 3 because you want it to be as instant with as low response time as you possibly can get them, just so everything's quick and snappy, like I was saying. Max, you want to put them on 99 for both. Moving over to gameplay, target aim assist on. Now, I do want to talk about this for a second because there's 2 different ones that I've been using, and I haven't decided which one I like more, but I like them both. Now, if you hit more, there's going to be target aim assist modes. There's 4 different ones. You want to ignore the 2 in the middle and focus on default and Black Ops. Black Ops is going to be the aim assist type, similar to how it feels in Call of Duty Cold War. And default is going to be similar to how it is during Warzone, if you can see that above my face cam. Now, Black Ops Cold War, the Black Ops one, actually feels really nice. The aim assist is very strong, but they're both fairly good. And honestly, I enjoy using both of them. I think you play around with that one and decide which one you like more for yourself. Now, we're going to go all the way down to the secret setting that you've probably heard of by now, but if you haven't, I'm going to put you guys on. Now, when you first get onto this game, and when I first got onto this game, I had it like this. It was turned off. Automatic airborne mantles. I don't know exactly why. This is the setting that fixes the movement in this game, and it makes it a lot more smooth. But you want to throw it on a partial, and you want to turn grounded and automatic ground mantles off. For some reason, this fixes the timings on a lot of your slide cancels. Now, if you guys want to learn how to get better slide cancels and perfect your timing in this game, because it is fairly different from Modern Warfare slide canceling and Warzone slide canceling, I'm going to be breaking down how to snake, bunny hop, and slide cancel in this new Call of Duty Vanguard game in a whole separate video. I'll probably be uploading that in a day or 2. Stick around and subscribe if you haven't already for that video. Obviously, you want to have automatic tactical sprint enabled. It just makes everything easier. You don't have to break controllers just trying to click your stick so many times to get into your tactical sprint. Auto move forward, turn that off. Sprint cancels reload. I like that on if you're mid reload. It's a nice little way to just flick your stick forward and then you start and you cancel your reload. Or you can just YY, but it's a nice little feature to have on. Sprinting door bash. You want to be able to bash through doors if you're running, because sometimes if you have it off, you just run into a door. Slide behavior. Keep it on tap. That way you don't have to hold it in the slide every time. It makes everything quick and snappy. Just like we were saying earlier. We want everything to be quick and snappy. Interact/reload behavior. There's 2 settings that you can put them on. These are the 2 that I think are the best. Now, when Warzone integrates with Cold War or with Vanguard, it might change, but for right now, you want to prioritize reload just so you're not randomly picking up weapons, or you could do tap to reload. But that way you can just tap your square button or whatever key you use to reload, and instead of having to hold it to reload, just so everything's quick and snappy. You guys know the vibes by now. Moving on to interface. Now, there's some things here that I want to talk about that actually is going to help you guys out and fix some settings here in graphics. Okay, this is something that people don't really talk about. If you scroll down to HUD elements, turn horizontal HUD and vertical HUD to 0. If you guys put these to max, I'm going to show you what it's like when you put it to max. Here is me in game when I put it on max. You can see everything is stretched to the very corners of the screen, and I have to do a lot more with my eyes. I have to move my eyes a lot farther from my screen to the top left and bottom right of my screen to see my HUD, my mini map, my ammo, all that stuff. Now, if I were to throw it on 0, everything becomes a lot closer and it's not interfering with your game at all, and you can see it a lot quicker. You don't have to move your eyes as far. It's a very subtle tip that I've been using since Black Ops 2, that has helped me tremendously in just being quicker. You don't want to have to move as much, especially with your eyes in a fast-paced game like Call of Duty. And this TTK is very fast in this game. That's a little tip that I don't see a lot of people talking about that I think is very important. Minimap, you always want it to be on square, just because you see like 20% more of the minimap, I believe. Moving on to graphics, we're going to go over to display first. But there is one setting that I did that my friend showed me that you guys probably don't know about just yet. That's going to help boost your FPS by up to potentially 60 frames per second if you're on PC. I'm going to get to that in a second, but first we'll just run through mine right now. I turned VSync off. My frame rate capped at 250. Okay, moving on to the quality settings. I'm going to scroll through these. If you guys want to copy what I use, for reference, I have a 2060 Super. I'm not really an expert on these, but for somebody who is an expert on the graphics settings is Kernil. He is on Twitter. He probably has a YouTube channel that he's breaking down exactly what he uses. I will put his @ right on screen right now just so you guys have an understanding of where to find him. But if you guys want to copy mine, for reference, I have a 2060 Super and I get anywhere from 120 to 180 FPS in public match games. I'm just going to scroll through these. If you guys want to copy my settings, feel free to do so. While you guys are here, if you made it this far into the video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. It helps me get into the algorithm and for more people to see my content and what I do. It would really mean a lot to me. Now, we're going to move down here to the most important part of the video that's going to help boost your frames. Moving into post-processing effects, Fidelity FX Resolution 1.0. Now, if you guys have a lower end PC and you really want to boost your frames, put it on quality. This is going to boost your frames and without completely chalking your quality of game, about 40 to 60 FPS. When I first got on this game and I had this turned off, my FPS was around 118 to 120. When I turned it on and put it on quality, it went up to like 190, 180. And I put it on ultra quality because it still gives me about a 30 increase in FPS, but it also doesn't chalk my quality at all. Now, one thing with quality, here's what it looks like with it on ultra quality. You can see my game is still very crisp and looks very good. If I turn it on, if I go to the very bottom here and I turn it on quality, it's going to make the game look a little bit more blurry. Things aren't as detailed, but look, there's not much of a visual difference. Depth of field off, that's whenever you're aimed in. If you want it on and you like when you ADS, the rest of your screen's kind of blurry, you can turn that on, but I just think I like it off so I can see outside of my peripherals. That's just a personal preference. That is it for the graphics. If you go over to gameplay, 110 FOV is the one that I found that I enjoy the most with. I play a lot of competitive games, so I play a lot of variant S&Ds. And stuff like that. So you want to have a lower FOV for stuff like that. But if you're just playing pubs to enjoy it, rock it on 120 if you like. Now, ADS field of view, you want to put it on affected. You get a lot less visual recoil on your guns. Okay, look, I'll give you guys an example of what the difference is between affected and independent FOV. If you guys have never heard of this before, if you're new to Call of Duty or new to Warzone. So, not moving my analog stick with affected FOV enabled. Okay, you guys get the picture. Now, this is me not moving my analog stick with independent FOV enabled. Look at the difference in visual recoil that you guys get. It is important, it is imperative that you guys put on affected FOV. It makes the game a lot smoother. It makes your shot a lot better and more accurate. Just a little tip for you guys that are coming over that you might not have actually known this setting exists. All right, guys, that's going to do it for the settings video. If you guys enjoy content like this and you found this helpful, be sure to leave a like. It would mean a lot. It really helps the channel grow, helps me get on the algorithm a lot more, and helps us get discovered so we can become a bigger and larger community. Also, don't forget to leave without subbing and dropping a comment. Let me know what your favorite gun is down in the comment below, and let me know what other videos might interest you with Call of Duty Vanguard. I'm going to be dropping a movement tutorial video to give you guys an understanding of different movement aspects in the game and how to abuse them and use them to your advantage. And I'm also going to be dropping a tip on how to get better aim and how to get better accuracy. Some of the stuff I talk about in this video is going to be also in the other video, but be sure to check those out anyways. I'd really appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. That boy is Benny Hanna.